So asset accounting is based on the sub-ledger concept or subsidiary ledger concept. So first of all, I have to create subsidiary ledger, okay, like creation of sundry debtor or creation of vendor master or customer master. So therefore, we went to the fixed asset, then we go to the asset and we go to the create. So this is the transaction code AS01 where we created one asset. So after creation, you can make some changes in AS02, and AS03 is the display. So let us display first what we have created. So for display, first of all, there may be huge number of assets in this particular client. So it will be always distinguished between company code. So I am giving the company code name. Then I am going to the asset. There is a drop down here. I click on the drop down. So once I click on the drop down, I see these are the three that is showing here. So these are the three which is showing here. One is under company code 7200 and these are under different company codes. So let us select ours. I already told you that asset has two parts, main asset and sub asset. Main asset, the numbering logic is like that. How do you distinguish that this is a main asset and this is a sub asset? Every main asset, the sub number will be always 0. And whenever I will create a sub asset, it will be having a number added with this one. Instead of 0, some number will be there. I will create the sub asset. Again, one asset I will create. Just click on enter. So this is this is the asset master. So this asset master having the number 101, sub number 0, that means okay. So I think I created this for demonstration purpose. I will create a fresh one now for yours. Okay, I'm just coming out. I'm creating a fresh one. So let us create a asset AS01. Now I'm giving the company code and I will come to the asset class. Then click on the drop down. And here, how many asset classes I have created? I will go to those asset classes. In fact, all are coming here. Now, I am choosing the asset class plant and machinery. I will create actually a plant and machinery master data. So, this plant and machinery or this asset has to be created under this asset class. Okay. You know, under the asset class, we have account determination. And under account determination, we have already assigned the GL accounts. Why we have assigned the GL accounts? Because what GL will be operated at the time of purchase, what GL will be operated at the time of depreciation, what GL will be operated while asset will be sold, there will be profit or gain, what will be the accumulated depreciation GL. So all these things are decided through the account determination. And account determination is joined with the asset class. So whenever we are creating any asset and this asset has to be created under this asset class, so logically everything is linked. Why logically everything is linked? Because this asset class is linked with the account determination. And account determination, under the account determination, we have decided which GL will be used in what type of transaction. So that's why whenever I am going to create this asset, anything that will happen to the asset, any transaction that will happen to this asset, automatic posting will be possible. So click on enter. Okay. So now I'm giving the description machine number 1. Machine number 1. Okay. Then there are different tabs actually. Okay. I am coming to the below tab. This is the mandatory tab, capitalization date. I am giving the capitalization date, say not fast, say 10th April 2022. Okay, this is the date when this asset is capitalized. There are many other tabs. If I click on the time dependent tab, here we can assign which business area the asset will be placed, which cost center this asset belongs, which plant, which room, location. These things are not mandatory. Then,
But sir, at the
yes,
time of creation of this asset class, would it require mandatorily for the capitalization date?
yes, capitalization date we have made mandatory. So that's why this it is coming here as tick mark. Okay, because why we have made it mandatory? Because we don't want that the end user will forget to mention the capitalization date unless and until
But in actual practice, if it is delayed,
it can be modified. If capitalization date is there, something, suppose I am putting a capitalization date, but later on I can change it when actual capitalization happens. It is changeable. No issues with the change, because whenever I am creating a asset master, it so happens that the asset will be actually capitalized maybe after some days or some weeks. So in that time, this will be also changed. This can be also changed. Then I will come to the depreciation area. Okay, depreciation area, this by default zero depreciation key is coming, but I have to assign my depreciation key what I have created. This is the depreciation key I have created, 5% straight line method. Actually I have given the nomenclature 5% straight line method, so I will use this. Now I am giving the useful life say 20 years. So I am giving the useful life 20 years. This is the period. That means suppose one asset is not the life is not completely year, but year and some period means months. So in this case I can also assign like this. These are like this: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Once it is 12, then it will be 21. So if any asset will be there where the useful life is not in round month year, but some months and some year, so in this case I can use the second one. Normally in case of asset it will be round years. Almost big assets, the warranty period or the life whatever may be, life means the life of a asset as per the Companies Act. Okay, so in the Companies Act the life is already determined for different kinds of assets. So that life I am putting here. Suppose for this machine 20 years life is there as per the Companies Act. So book depreciation 20 years life will be there. Then again it is asking ordinary depreciation start date. So here I will decide what is the ordinary depreciation start date. I am putting this one, 10th April 2022, and I click on save. So this is the asset master I have created. Okay, so I can display the asset master. I can go to
sir,
here.
here is a question.
Yes,
Sir, ये जो depreciation date, capitalization date same रहेगा और
see, suppose capitalization date is may be different, depreciation start date may be different. Suppose a asset is capitalized but it is not put to use. So once it is not put to use, depreciation never starts. So that date may be different, but normally what happens, depreciation will be calculated from the depreciation start date. Okay, so the date may be different, but depreciation will be calculated from the depreciation start date under the depreciation tab. There is a flexibility, but in 99% cases both things are same. Capitalization date and depreciation start date is same, but SAP has also given the flexibility. Okay, so this is the asset what I have created. I can display the asset by going through the transaction code AS03. Once I put AS03, this is coming here, automatic last asset number is coming. Click on enter. Once I click on enter, whatever things I have put here, everything is coming. If I go to the depreciation tab, this is the ordinary depreciation start date. Suppose I have decided to make some changes. So for making the changes, I will go to AS02 and click on enter. Once I click on enter, the area which is white, that means the area which is showing in white color, that can be changed. See, these are allowing for changes. This is also allowing for changes. All these things can be changed. So once my asset has been created, then the next is, this is my main asset actually. This is my main asset. So I have already told what is the concept of main asset and sub asset. Suppose this particular machine, this machine is attached with a motor. So in this case, the motor is sub asset actually. So for creation of sub asset master, which is linked to the main asset, I can go to create sub number. Okay. Once I click on sub number AS11C, individually I can create asset. I can also create asset in the group. Actually, most of the organizations at a time, number of assets are created. So in this case, instead of AS01, I can use AS21. In some cases also, if the number of assets are huge, it can be uploaded through Excel sheet. That is also possible. Through the process, it can be uploaded in the Excel sheet so that the asset master will be created. But there is also a provision for creation of assets in a group. Okay, asset can be created under group. Okay, actually no depreciation area in the company code allows group asset. I have not configured the group asset creation, so it is not allowing, but it can be created. Similarly, let us create the sub asset. I have already told that whenever you have to create a sub asset, it should be always created with reference to the main asset. So this is the main asset number automatically coming. If you will be having many main assets, then you have to select under which main asset I have to create the sub asset, right? So this is the main asset under which I have to create a sub asset, or it is one motor which is added to my machine number 1. Click on enter. So all the description, this is coming off the main asset. I will change it because this is not a main asset. This is a sub asset because here it is written as 1. I am putting here motor number 1. Okay. Then I am coming to the this one, capitalization date. Suppose I have added a motor on say 15th April 2022 in a later date. Here also, suppose I am giving the ordinary depreciation start date, say 15th April 2022. Suppose the life of a motor is actually it is copied from the main asset. Suppose the life of the motor is 10 years. So I am putting 10 years here. Click on save. Okay. So now my sub asset has been created. Main asset and sub asset has been created. Then I will go to the purchase of the asset. Directly purchasing a asset from the market, from the vendor. So I will go to the posting and I will go to the acquisition. I will go to the external acquisition and I will go to the with vendor, right? I will go to the with vendor. So the transaction code is F-90. Now I am putting the date, say 10th April 2022. 10th April 2022. The document type is KR. KR means vendor invoice. Now it is asking, it is showing posting key 31. Posting key 31 is for accounts payable, vendor credit. So Trident Industries Limited, I can use that. Click on enter. Again enter. So Trident Industries, there are different TDS codes are there. So I have to just delete those things. Payment terms is also here, let it be. Suppose the value of the asset is 1 lakh. Okay. And here I am putting the narration, machine 1 purchased. Okay. Now I am coming to the next posting key. Next posting key, in the asset accounting there are two posting keys which are used specifically. One is posting key 70, another is posting key 75. 70 is the debit and 75 is the credit. Again mind it, asset accounting we use two numbers of new posting keys. Asset debit is 70, asset credit is 75. So I will use the posting key here 70. And now it is asking for the account. So which account this will be? Click on the drop down. Now it is showing me the subsidiary ledgers. Even if I will use the subsidiary ledger, automatically it will be updated in my general ledger. No issues. So I am selecting this asset master. The asset master number is 201, then sub number is 0. That means this is the main asset what I am going to purchase. Okay. In case of asset accounting, one more things I have to understand. In asset accounting, various transaction types are used. So let us click on the drop down. There are so many transaction types. Some transaction types are used in the asset accounting. Some transaction types are issued in the material management. Some transaction types are used in the sales and distribution. So the transaction type very common to the asset accounting is the 100. That is external acquisition. Transaction types distinguish between transaction to transaction in asset accounting, because asset accounting consists of different varieties of transaction like external acquisition, in-house construction of the asset. So these are purely two different things. See, 110 is in-house acquisition. Okay. Acquisition from settlement from CO to asset, controlling to asset accounting. This is 116, acquisition from settlement of order or WBS element. That means asset will be created from other module. It is not created under FI. It will be settled from other module. So there are different transaction types used in asset accounting. The very normal is external acquisition. So I have to put here external acquisition 100, click on enter. Once I click on enter, as this particular vendor is linked with the TDS related customizations, so it is asking for the TDS. So no TDS on asset purchase. So I have erased both. Then I link the amount star. Okay. Then I put the text plus. Right. So amount is star, that means debit will be copied to the credit, and I will put the plus sign, that is text, and I will click on the document simulate. So it is asking for the tax code, but without tax also entry is possible. Click on enter. Okay. Once I click on enter, then the transaction is showing like this. So what is the transaction showing? This is the asset number. but this is the number this is the GL number 200,302, that is plant and machinery. So plant and machinery is the general ledger and 201 is the subsidiary ledger, and click on save, right? So after clicking on save, then I will go to the display FB03. Automatically the document number is coming. Click on enter, right? So once I click on enter, I see this particular entry. In this particular entry, the subsidiary ledger number is also showing and general ledger number is also showing 200,302, and Trident Industries Limited as a vendor, it is also showing here. Similarly, let us go to purchase of a sub asset. Same, suppose 15th April 2022. 15th April 2022. Then I am putting the posting key, vendor, from which vendor it is purchased, right? So this is my normal vendor which was there already in my accounts payable. Click on enter, again click on enter. Suppose 20,000 is the cost of motor which is added to my asset, right, which is added to my main asset. So erase the tax code. Then I can have motor 1 purchased. Then I am coming to the posting key. Posting key I will put 70. Then I will click on the drop down. So this is the sub asset, motor number 1. The sub asset number is 201, then serial number 1. If I will add another motor to this machine, then the name will be, the serial number will be 2012, then 2013. So from the number system, everybody can easily know that whatever sub assets are there, these are connected to the main asset 201, right? So I click here the motor, and here also I put external acquisition 100. Click on enter. These two things, that is TDS, I am erasing. Amount is star, text is plus, document, enter. Okay, so this is the sub asset purchased. Click on save. Okay, so the main asset as well as the sub asset has been purchased. Just a minute. Now we can go to and see the asset explorer, that is the reporting part of the asset. So for reporting part of asset, I will go to accounting, financial accounting, fixed assets. Then I will come to the asset. Then I will go to the asset explorer directly. Okay. The transaction code is AW01N. Click on AW01N. Once I click on AW01N, the last asset for which acquisition has been done, it is automatically coming, right? That is the motor number 1. Suppose I want to see the main asset. So in this case, I can select from the drop down. Okay. Once I click on drop down, then I put enter. Once I put enter, then I see there are two parts. The left side, it is showing from which vendor it is purchased and what are the GL account used. Plant and machinery GL account is used for this particular asset 201, that is machine number 1. Here fiscal year is showing. Fiscal year 2022 is the current fiscal year. It will run up to 31st March. Then there are 4 numbers of tabs here. This is very important. Actually, this particular screen is divided into basically two parts. This is the upper part, this is the lower part, right? Let us first see the report in the upper part, then I will go to the lower part. Okay. In the upper part, it is showing as the planned values, right? And the second tab is called posted values. So what is planned values? What is posted values? What is comparison? I have to explain in details. First is planned values. Here the planned values book depreciation. That means this particular asset I have estimated, this is the APC transaction. APC means asset procurement cost. So the asset is procured as 1 lakh. There is no investment support. If there could be any investment support or grants, then the value of the asset could be reduced. So what is the acquisition value? Same 1 lakh. Ordinary depreciation is 4,877, right? Why it is 4,877? And net book value is 95,123. That means the meaning is for the financial year 2022, the total depreciation, planned depreciation will be this much, 4877 for the financial year 2022. If I click on 23, then what will be the depreciation? The depreciation will be 5,000. Why this is 4,877? Why this is 5,000? Because my asset is put to use on 10th April 2022. So this is not a full year. Though the life of the asset is 20 years, however, every year 5,000 rupees depreciation will be there as per the straight line method. But as the asset has not been used 365 days, so therefore in the first year, this is the fiscal year start. This is the 2023. So 2022 the depreciation will be 4,877 because 10 days less will be charged. So I am just putting again 2022, right? Then I am coming to the posted value. In the posted value, nothing is showing in the ordinary depreciation. Why? Because depreciation has not been started. Depreciation run has not been started. Though depreciation run has to be made on every month, but I have not run the depreciation for the month of April. Then I will put the below part. I will go to the below part. So what is there in the below part? Now here there is a planned depreciation. It is showing in yellow. Actually this is showing in yellow. This is planned depreciation. And once I run the depreciation, this yellow will be converted into green. So 12 months are there. So 4,877 it is bifurcated into different planned depreciations in 12 numbers of months. Okay, so this is the way I can see. So there are two parts exactly. One is posted depreciation values book depreciation, and this is depreciation posted oblique planned. So nothing is posted now. Then I will come to the comparisons. I will come to the comparison. See, in the come to comparison, the life of my asset is 20 years. So from the beginning to end, we have made a comparison. Actually, we have made the comparison up to 22 to 2031. So up to that, I have comparison has been made. But in the latter years also, I can make the comparison. See, the cursor is there. This is the cursor. If I put the cursor, then I am coming exactly till the end. Okay. So here every year 5,000 rupees depreciation has been charged. But for the first year, 123 rupees less has been charged. Why 123 less has been charged? Because the asset was depreciated from 10th April. So that's why that 123 rupees will be there on 2042. In the year 2042, that 123 rupees will be there. And this asset has no scrap value. I have not set any scrap value. So all the depreciation will be covered here. So 1 lakh rupees is the purchase price and 1 lakh rupees will be the depreciation, right? So this is your acquisition value, this is your ordinary depreciation, and this is your net book value, right? So what is the difference? Net book value is equal to acquisition value minus ordinary depreciation, right? So first year the net book value is 95,000, and in the second year the net book value will be 95 minus this 5, that is 90,123. Next year 90,123 minus 5,000, so 85,123. So these things will go like this. So this is your comparison tab. Then come to the parameters. In the parameters, what we see? The parameters, we see some more information relating to that particular asset. That is the depreciation key which is assigned. What is the life of the asset? What is the useful life gone? What is the remaining life there? Actually, useful life has not been gone anything. No depreciation has been charged. Asset is just purchased. Start of calculation is 1st April 2022, right? So this is there in the asset accounting. And here scrap value is 0. That's why the asset is depreciated perfectly. Total value is depreciated. So this is the 4th tab. So in the asset report, we use these 4 numbers of tabs. Once we run the depreciation again, we will come back and we will see how the things happens. Suppose after machine number 1, I want to see the sub asset value. This is the motor number 1. Click on enter. In the enter, suppose I am coming from the last tab, parameter tab. The life is 10 years. Depreciation start date 5th April. If I come to the comparison, same comparison will be there. Every year the value will be there, and this is exactly depreciated up to okay. This is exactly depreciated 20 years. Exactly depreciation happens up to 2032. It is showing only 10 years depreciation it is showing, but it will be depreciated fully.
Oh, sir, this is how I said, not life is 10 years you have taken, no?
Yes, life 10 years I have taken. So that's why 10 years it is showing like this. So value of the asset is 10 years because main asset was 20 years and sub asset was 10 years. So it is showing the value like this. But most important thing is it is taking the 5% value. So that's why it is not justifying in that way. 5% value means actually the life will be more. If it is 10 years, then the value, another depreciation key has to be there. So let us create another depreciation key having 10% value, and then I will remove the 5% value depreciation key, so that this will be completely depreciated actually. Okay, so let us go and do another depreciation key, because I have created only one depreciation key of straight line method having 5%. So let us create another one having 10%. Okay, so for that purpose, let us go to the customization area. Now I will come to the financial accounting new. Then I will come to the asset accounting. I will come to the depreciation. Now I will come to the valuation method. I will come to the depreciation key. I will come to the maintain depreciation key, then 7200. Okay, so this is the depreciation I have created, straight line 5%. So I will copy this one. Let us copy this one. Okay, now let us put it as 7 to say C. Now in the description I am writing say 10% straight line. Put enter. Then click on continue. Okay. Then click on save. Let us see. Okay. So select this one. Click on the assignment of calculation method. Right. So this is also has to be made. Multi-level method I have to, because multi-level method also 5% is there when I have copied. So let us go to the multi-level method where percentage has to be provided. I am opening another screen. Simultaneously I am opening another screen. Okay. Because that decides the percentage. I will come to the financial accounting, asset accounting, then I will come to the depreciation, then I will come to the ordinary depreciation. No, I will come to the valuation methods. I will come to the depreciation key. I will come to the calculation method. I will come to the define multi-level method. Let us go to there. Okay. So what is my okay, this was myself. Just select and click on the labels. Okay, here it is 5%. So now I will create another one as 10%. So let us copy it first. I am also copying it. Select this one, then click on, I am giving the name nomenclature same C, and I will put here 10% straight line. Click on enter, then click on save. I will change the, obviously I will change the percentage here. Click on, double click on that. Again double click on the labels. Okay, here in the labels I have to change. Instead of 5 I put 10 and click on enter. Now it will work. Click on save. Save in my request. So this is the perfect 10% depreciation straight line method. It will work for my motor, which has a less life than the machine. The machine, the life is 20 years. So now I will come back to the previous one, right? In the previous one, I am creating a depreciation key by copying 72C 10%. But the most important thing is this is not changed. That is multi-level. But now I have created a multi-level method, which will be for the 10% depreciation. Okay. Then I click on enter and I click on save. Right. So I will come back. Sorry, I think this is not active. Let us see. Every depreciation key has to be activated. No, it is also active. Let us again put it active. Okay, it is active now. then click on save. Again save. Always see that the status should be in the active mode, otherwise that key will not work. That key is very important. So all the depreciation key whatever you will create, make sure that before using that depreciation key in the asset master, it should be, before that it should be activated, then only you will assign and it will work. So now go to the asset master, make the changes. So how I will make the change? I will go to the asset, I will go to the change. The transaction code is AS02, right? So this is the sub asset 201, sub asset number 1. Click on enter. I will straightforward go to this one, right? So this is the depreciation key which is assigned. But what depreciation key I want? I want the depreciation key, this one, 72C, where really 10% has been assigned. So this is the life 10 years, but the percentage is important, which is decided through the multi-level method. Then I click on save. Okay, it is not allowing. Let us see. It says that it will not allow. Let us see. Okay, it is allowed. It is giving a message that it cannot be changed, but finally it is changed now. Once it is changed, then let us go to and see the asset report, because that report which was showing earlier, it was just like illogical, because within 10 years the asset value was not completely over. 50% of the asset value was over, because 5% depreciation parameter under the multi-level method was actually linked with that depreciation key. So that's why again I will go to. Once I will go to and see, I have already told you this is the planned values and this is the posted values. In the planned values, under the year 2022, it is showing the ordinary depreciation will be 1923, right? We will come from the bottom parameter. Actually, that time we use the parameter. So in the parameter we see the depreciation key has been replaced, right? So now I will come to the comparison. See, under this comparison, see, previously it was showing as 1000 rupees. Instead of 2000, it was showing as 1000. Here it is 1923. Why? Because the asset depreciation starts from 15th April 2022. So this particular thing, this particular year, 77 rupees less depreciation was charged. So that 77 will be on the last year, that is 2032. So therefore entirely 20,000 will be depreciated. So now it is working fine. So the main asset as well as the sub asset, it is working fine now. If I see the main asset, I have to just change it to 0 and click on enter. Once I click on enter, so it will be shown like this, 20 years. The most important thing is here posted value, it is showing as yellow. Just mind it. Just see it that it is showing yellow. And the period is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, actually the yearly depreciation will be divided into different periods. There are 12 numbers of periods. So this is the year 2022, 2022. So in the year 2022, the planned depreciation for 12 months will be 4877. Okay. So now let us process the depreciation first. Once I run the depreciation, you will see that instead of planned values, those months for which depreciation will be run, it will be converted into green. Instead of yellow, this will be converted into green. right? Posted value will be converted into green. And here instead of planned, it will be written as posted, because there are two things, planned oblique posted. Now it is showing everything is planned. So this planned depreciation can give the information to the management for decision making. How much depreciation will be charged for this asset? Once I create the asset master, from beginning to end of the life, every monthly proposed depreciation, it shows to the management, it shows to the organization. So better decision making will be possible. So let us come back. After coming back, I will I will do the depreciation run. Depreciation run is a periodical processing job. Periodical processing means 12 months, 12 numbers of depreciation posting will be there. Every monthly depreciation will be posted. Now I will go to the periodic processing. I will go to the depreciation and I will use the transaction code AFAB. Click on AFAB. Now the company code number is coming, fiscal year is coming, and it is asking for the posting period. So I will use the posting period 01, first period, that is the month of April. In the asset accounting, the logic is unless and until you complete the run of depreciation of April, you cannot bypass and switch to the run of depreciation of May. Running of depreciation should be in a chronological order. It doesn't happen that you have omitted one month and next month you are going to run the depreciation. It is not possible in the system itself. Now here I am using the first period, April. Reasons for posting run. Why I am running the depreciation? First one is planned posting run, second is repeat run, third is restart, fourth is unplanned posting run. Planned posting run is normally used every time. But suppose after posting the depreciation you discovered that one asset, though it is used in your organization for that month, but it was not capitalized. Asset master has not been created. So in this case you can again create the asset master and you can go for the repeat run. I will show you repeat run. Once you run again, then that extra asset which you have omitted, depreciation will also be calculated. And this is restart. If the depreciation is say do not run properly, you can restart it. And unplanned posting run, what is the meaning of unplanned posting run? Suppose one asset is destroyed by fire in the beginning of a month, or it was unusable due to some kind of accident or anything. So in this case you have to run the depreciation for that particular asset, and that is called unplanned posting run. Why it is called unplanned posting run? Because whenever you see the asset report, you see when we create a asset up to the end of the life, every month whatever amount will be posted as depreciation, it is clearly showing in the report. But suppose due to some calamities or due to some issues, the particular machine or the particular asset is destroyed. So in this case that planning failed. So in this case we can go for the unplanned posting run. So there are four options. I will use this first option and second option for your demonstration. Now whenever the asset accounting depreciation will be run, first of all it will be run in the test mode. That means we have to make sure that actually it is properly running or not showing us any error, and later on we will remove the test run and do the final run. So let it be the test run will be there, and just click on the execute. Once we will click on the execute, there is a standard text every time it will show that online processing is limited to approximately 1000 asset. That means it is saying 1000 number of assets can be processed. Online processing. But I will not process online. I will process background. There are two things. One is background processing, another is online processing. Background processing means it will be run in the system background. It will not be on the foreground. That means you cannot see the running, and automatically entry will be posted. That is depreciation account debited to accumulated depreciation. Normally in big companies what happens, all the depreciation is posted on the night batches because the system takes lot of resources, and the system due to the speed issues, processing issues, when the users numbers are less, normally the asset depreciation posting happened in the night. So it is giving me some limitations online because I have very few numbers of asset. I don't have any issues, so I will click on yes. Okay, there is some issues. It is saying test run was terminated, refer to the error log. So if there is any error, we can see what are the errors. Click on the errors. Okay. Okay, fine. It is showing the error. Create document number range 5 using internal number assignments. I have created a document number range 5. But in that case, uh, it is saying it should be internal number assignment. That means when the depreciation will run, whatever document will be created, it will be created internally. Not external assignment of number range is possible. So it is giving me that kind of message. So let us go to and the number range, and I will use it accordingly. What the error is showing, I have to rectify it. So I'm just cancelling this test run. During the test run, all the errors has to be removed.
Sir, your voice is a little bit echo, getting echo.
Okay. Okay, let us go to the number range. OBA 7 slash n OBA 7. Okay, this is the depreciation posting. Click on AF.
Sir, your voice is not clear. Excuse me.
Yes, yes.
Hello.
All
Your voice is not clear.
my voice is not clear to everybody. Ramakant, my voice is having issues.
Yes, sir, not clear.
Not clear. Okay. Okay. I'm just again I am joining. Please be there. I'm again joining. Okay. I'm removing and myself and. Okay. So this is OBS 7. It is visible now.
No,
Screen.
not yet.
Not
Not.
yet. Still it is not.
Yes, just come.
Okay.
No, just can. Just.
Now it is visible.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the
Need to
OBS
wait
7,
away.
yeah, in the OBS 7, we have selected the external checkbox. We should deselect this one. The document number is automatically in the, it is internally, it will come.
Sir, it went away again.
Went off again. Okay, just a minute. Okay, now it is showing, na? but it is showing that screen is shared, it is showing.
I don't know about others, but for me it is not showing. So shall I?
It is not showing to everybody?
Yes, sir. Not showing. Not showing. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. I'm just stop sharing again. I'm sharing. Screen is not showing.
No.
Okay. So I am removing this external and click on save. It is also taking a lot of time to save. The system is very slow today. Yesterday there was nothing. I click on continue. Okay, the changes were saved now. Then I am coming back again. Okay, now I will again run the depreciation. So for running the depreciation, I will come to the accounting. System is very slow. Is it visible? My screen is visible. No, it is gone.